This is what you asked for. Heavy is the crowd. Fire in the...
All right, how's it going, everybody? Welcome to Clothesline, and this is our review for the 2026 Royal Rumble. My name is Lauren. With me is the lovely Mofar, and yeah, we're gonna start doing this in English. We've been doing this for the past couple of years in Hebrew. We started to branch out. We decided to branch out, do some English reviews for the entire wrestling industry, and we're gonna start with the Royal Rumble. There's a lot to talk about. Nafar, how are you this lovely evening?
Wow. I've watched the whole event. It ended until 1 a.m. and I remember driving home and then fell asleep like at 3 to 4. I'm still tired, but it was worth it. Unlike WrestleMania, which will be up to 5, 6 o'clock in the morning, but still.
It's funny because people talk about controversy about this event, the fact that it's held in Saudi Arabia, but beyond that, like people are complaining about the results, and I gotta say, I think we're gonna have some divisive, some like divided opinions about the matches and the results,
Yeah.
because a lot of people hated this event. I'm not one of them.
I won't
mean,
say hate the event. I'm not going to say I hated the event. It's not WrestlePalooza.
Yeah.
But I had a few things here and there that I have complaints about.
All right.
We'll debate it. We'll debate it.
Well, before that, let's talk about some news that broke out just a couple of minutes ago.
Yeah.
Ava's on a rampage. So, Ava, Simone Johnson, recently left WWE. She decided not to renew her contract. And the first thing she does, like the minute the ink dries from the end of the contract, she lashes out at the Trump administration.
Yeah.
Good for you.
obvious?
What can I say?
It was obvious. She waited for that.
I wonder what her dad thinks about that.
Here's the thing. The Rock himself, he posted like everything that happened on October 7th.
Yeah.
After that, he was silent. Ava posted a lot of things against us specifically throughout the times. If you follow her on Instagram and you see what she uploaded on her stories. So then it was a time that she was silent. And now that she's no longer working with WWE, he's like quoting her tweet. Finally, I can get this off my chest. It's like she's just waiting to lash out. So I wasn't really surprised.
The easiest thing for us is like to cuss her out and whatever, but
We won't do that.
when it comes to the U.S. Internal affairs, we call that, and the whole ICE situation, we have our own opinion, but we're not U.S. citizens, so we're not
Yeah.
going to say anything about that. But as it comes to things that relate to us, all I can say is, Ava, you gotta read more. Seriously.
Yep.
You really gotta read more because you really show that you really don't know anything about what is going on here. But we'll just leave it at that.
Yeah.
Other than that, Tommaso Ciampa probably made a very good decision about his career. He decided to take a chance on himself, and he joined AEW this past Wednesday. Had his first match on Collision, and he's the brand new TNT champion. Good call.
Yeah. I like it. And his entrance theme, I love it. I love his
That-
entrance music, the Timetron, everything. It was like
That
on
entrance
point.
thing
He
is
waited
smoking.
for that.
That entrance
love
thing
it.
is smoking. Seriously, that guy's got potential. The guy that creates the themes, I think his name is Ruckus something.
I have no
Uh,
idea.
he has shown Jim Johnson levels of creativity. I love it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. And the fact that he won from Mark Briscoe, like, right on his first match, some would say it was like too soon because he just arrived at AEW. But I think now, after what he's been through in WWE, when was the last time he won a singles belt in WWE? It was in NXT.
Yeah.
So he deserves it. And then afterwards, Kyle Fletcher confronted him. So this could be a great match.
He actually applauded him more than confronted him, but I think like it's more of a gesture of respect, and they're gonna face off and they're gonna have a match. So yeah.
I want to see that. I think Ciampa and Fletcher will be awesome. Really.
Oh, Ciampa and Fletcher give that thing of 7 stars or something like that. Well, yeah, that thing's gonna be awesome.
Yeah.
As for Mark Briscoe, it just goes to show you that Tony Khan has a problem, and his problem is he can't book faces as champions. I don't think I have seen a reign of a babyface champion being a good one for years, ever since AEW was created. Give me one example of a good babyface run as a champion. One.
Hmm.
You know what? You know what? I got one. I got one. I'm
Okay.
gonna say it afterwards, but just name me your one, and then I'll tell you mine. Let's see if we're actually thinking on the same page here.
Okay. Hangman Adam Page, we can argue about that. His latest run.
Really?
Um,
That was a good one.
it
Really?
was. It was a bit, if you ask me.
Look.
Orange Cassidy maybe as the international
Bingo.
champion.
His first run as international champion, Orange Cassidy had the best babyface run as champion in this entire organization, bar none. He had,
The question is if you consider John Moxley as a face now.
I don't even know what the hell John Moxley is right now.
Exactly. Exactly.
Is he a bad guy? Is he a good guy? Is he I don't know. I have no idea. Seriously,
They
the Death
kind
Riders.
of ruining everything that's going on with the Death Riders because when he won the belt from on the C2 tournament,
Yeah.
and then he did his emotional speech. Okay,
Which made
this is
absolutely
Face's
no
turn.
sense.
Yeah, then they had the match against the Don Callis family, and it's sort of like, okay, you have a face versus a heel, and then Marina has her own storyline with Tony Storm as
Yeah.
a heel. That's the part I
And
don't
you
understand.
have and you have Pac facing Darby Allin, and he's a heel and Darby's a
Yeah.
face. So I have no idea what the hell's going on.
I'm just
Like,
waiting for the
I'm just
turn on
waiting-
Moxley, and that's it.
That's it. The thing is, we're just waiting on the John Moxley turn, where the Death Riders turn on Moxley. It's gonna happen sometime. And so right now, we're kind of in a limbo situation. I have no idea what's going on. I don't know whose faces, who are heels. It's like I'm entirely confused. All right, let's get down to business. Royal
Yeah.
Rumble 2026, Saudi Arabia. The first thing we have to answer is, were there or were there not people in the seats? Because
Okay.
when you watch the broadcast, you see a lot of lights. You don't see a lot of people. So what's the answer?
So, okay, I fell for it myself as well. Like, you see in the beginning, you see a lot of lights and everyone's thinking, empty seats, empty seats. And they just put it monitors, like light monitors on each chair so it would look like it's empty. The stadium itself was packed. I understood it wasn't sold out, but it was packed.
Yeah.
So the light is confusing. I remember they did the same thing when they did the Netflix debut. They had the red lights and you thought you had empty seats, but it was just the lights.
It was also in Money in the Bank, I think, the same place, the same venue on the in the
LA?
Yeah, in the Intuit Stadium. They had
Intuit
that show
Center,
in
yeah.
LA. Same lighting, and seriously, it just messes up with your mind. I mean, I want to
Like,
see
why
people,
do
I want to
that?
see lights.
What's the point of doing that?
I don't know. It just seems weird. But
Yeah, and the stadium itself, they built it like in less than a month, which it's really open. It's not a closed stadium, surprisingly. And they said about 25,000 people, something like that.
how many slaves did it take to build that thing?
And okay, now I understood they're going to ruin it,
Of course they go.
and they will build again for WrestleMania next year. Why
I'm
not
guessing.
keep this one?
No, because I'm guessing they're going to build like a bigger structure for that. So because
Yeah,
it's gonna be WrestleMania.
probably.
But still, even though with the whole construction stuff and the whole slaves thing, the stage was amazing. The stage was absolutely beautiful.
It reminded me of the old town in Jerusalem, David Tower.
Yeah.
I don't know why.
Yeah. All right. Cold opening. We get Triple H walking into a pyramid, and he's talking about all the greatest Rumble moments and stuff like that. And then he just looks at himself. And I'm like, dude, this is nepotism at its
Typical
finest.
Triple H.
Dude, can you just let it go? Can we get like normal code? We get it. You're the boss now. You're on every television broadcast. You're on every ad, every commercial. I mean, Jesus, man, just let it go.
And he appears on 3 covers on 2K26 editions.
You're appearing on the cover. You're appearing in the commercial. You're appearing in the Hall of Fame. You're everywhere. Just book yourself to win the Rumble. I mean, come on. This is
Couldn't be
insane.
a number 30.
Like, I'm glad you're enjoying your job, but there is a thing that's called too much attention to yourself. You know,
Yeah, even Vince wasn't like that.
not like this.
Not exaggerally.
Not like this. All right, we started the evening off with the Women's Royal Rumble. There's a lot to talk about, so here we go. First of all, I'm just happy that the weather for that evening was pretty chilly, because wearing those suits for a long period of time, you might kill yourself.
Wow. Even
They
though
might
the
have, they might
outfits
have
were,
suffocated, but hopefully they could breathe in those things. So, yeah.
yeah, most of the outfits they made, most of the gears were beautiful, like
Yeah.
how they designed it. But luckily, it was the end of January. It's not like in August, so
Yeah.
win-win here.
Did you see the Jordan Grace TikTok?
The Power Rangers
Yeah,
part,
the Power Rangers thing.
yeah, he was cute.
That thing was amazing. I finally someone got the joke and they finally illustrated that joke. This is awesome. All right. Entrant number one, Charlotte Flair. Entrant number two, Alexa Bliss. And then
I
they already starting teasing. They're gonna turn on each other, and then they're gonna turn
Yeah,
on each other. Charlotte tries to jokingly throw Alexa over the top, and then she says, "No, I'm not gonna do that." Alexa tries to hurt Charlotte. She's not gonna do that. Funny as hell. Great opening to the Rumble.
yeah.
Number three, Kiana James. And I swear, first of all, I owe her an apology because for a moment, I thought she would be the first woman eliminated. And I'm happy she wasn't because she got to showcase herself. She had a tremendous showing in the Rumble. I think about on around 20-minute mark, 30-minute mark in the Rumble. Great performance by Kiana James. Seriously.
Now I can jump a few minutes
Of
forward.
course, yeah, sure.
Okay, so when Nia Jax came in and Jordan Grace came in, okay, we thought like, okay, so Jordan Grace will do to Nia Jax like what she did with Piper Niven last year.
Yeah,
The fact that Kiana James did that, I applaud her.
absolutely insane. Tremendous.
Yeah,
Picking her up for a Samoan drop on Nia Jax. That spot was amazing.
yeah, definitely.
So we got Kiana James, we got Nia Jax, we got Ivy Nile, or as we call here in Clothesline, it's Jordan Grace's baby sister. She should just change her name to Ivy Grace. It's
Why
like
Ivy
Elias.
Grace?
What? Because she's Jordan's little sister. It's like Elias and Ezekiel, but instead we have like she's like a real person, and because they really look alike and they also train together, there is similarity between the two. We basically say this is Ivy now, and she's Ivy Grace. She is Jordan Grace's little sister.
There's something
yeah.
to that, but she's hot. Her athleticism is amazing, by the way.
If Jordan Grace was in WWE before Ivy now arrived, I could swear, I swear, if Vince was in charge, he would do this. He would do this. He would do the storyline where Ivy now would be Jordan Grace's little sister, and then it will be a whole complex about her being jealous of her bigger sister, and then we'll have a feud. It would have been tremendous. I'm just saying.
Or it can be a tag team.
Or
The Grace sisters.
They would start as a tag team, and then we're gonna do the whole Owen Brett thing from Rumble '94, and she's gonna kick her leg out of her leg. It would be amazing. So yeah. All right, so Ivy now goes into the match. The entire crowd chants "You suck" because she looks like she.
Yeah, he's still with American Made and the song like they did with Chad Gable. I knew it would
and
happen.
the whole Kurt Angle tribute stuff. All right.
Yeah.
Number 6, Lola Vice enters her first Rumble. I would say
She was eliminated too soon. If
she
you ask
was
me.
the first one eliminated.
Yeah.
And that is unfortunate. But someone that always has to be the first one to go. Too bad it was Lola Vice.
Yeah, because she's great. I don't know. If she was kind of missing while she was there. I don't know why. It felt she was missing, and then I saw her in Living. I was like, what?
Number 7, Candice LeRae. Now, there's a story here because when she enters the ring, she's trying to save Nia Jax because everybody's ganging up on Nia Jax trying to eliminate her, and somehow she succeeds in saving her, and then will they, won't they? They actually hug, they reignite their friendship. So Candice and Nia kind of work together for the time being, so that's pretty nice. Number 8, Jordan Grace, like you said, and she goes on a rampage. She eliminates Lola Vice, Candice LeRae, and her baby sister, Ivy Nile. Good showing by Jordan Grace, right straight off the bat, eliminating three competitors. Awesome.
Yeah.
Although I gotta say, if we are talking about the suits, that was a very, very ugly suit.
For Jordan,
Yeah,
I prefer the one she wore on SmackDown.
exactly. Yeah, much better.
Because when you put too much colors on it, it's like I don't know. You mix food in your plate. Yeah.
All right, from there we get one of the biggest spots of the match because we see Nia Jax and Alexa fighting on the apron, and we see Charlotte trying to save Alexa, and then Nia pushes her back, and she's holding on to Alexa. Charlotte kicks Nia, and then she kind of pulls down Alexa as well. Charlotte Kent saves her, and Alexa is eliminated, and Charlotte is heartbroken. But is she really heartbroken? Because she really sold that crying thing.
Okay, I think yeah, she overacted when she was like in shock. Like I pushed Alexa to the floor, and you saw Alexa's reaction. Is like, okay, Alexa Bliss will the one who will do the turn on her. It's
Think?
pretty obvious where this goes, but there's something I need to complain about here.
What?
Okay, usually the Royal Rumble rule, it's like you have an entrant every 90 seconds, right?
Yeah, like
Okay,
90
so on this
seconds.
spot specifically it was more than 90 seconds. They had to keep like special spots, so let's overdo it.
They always do this. Like, I don't think there was a time in history that they actually measured exactly 2 minutes to a spot. 2 minutes, 90 seconds, whatever. It was never 90 seconds. It was never 2 minutes. It was never even 60 seconds on the back in 95. Never.
Yeah, but you had specific spots, and we'll go to another spot later on.
Yeah.
It was like, okay, you pushed it too hard. Okay, I understand. You did a spot, and then you did the other entrance. But it's like, it was... If you say 90 seconds, make it 90 seconds.
Nah, they don't care about that. All right, from there, of course, the crowd doesn't like that spot. Charlotte is sad. Number 9, Becky Lynch. And when she enters, she wears the Intercontinental Championship. She wants to give it to the referee. The referee is Jessica. Doesn't want to give it to her. She gives it to the other one. Enters the match. She reignites her feud with Charlotte. Charlotte and Becky once again going at it. Back in the day, it was a good feud. Wouldn't want to see it today, I think.
Maybe someday, but not now.
Maybe. Number 10, Sol Ruka, her first Rumble appearance. Of course, there were rumors she would be appearing in the Royal Rumble. One of the biggest clues was back in NXT that Zarya was on the phone with her saying, "Where the hell are you?" And she couldn't even tell her.
That's the answer. She was there.
On her first spot, she does that moonsault clothesline thing, and I swear she almost took Charlotte's head off.
She landed like too close to them before she did the clothesline.
I thought Charlotte was busted open. It would be unfortunate, but luckily Charlotte was okay.
No, she didn't. But they checked on her for a few seconds and then she came back.
I saw that. So Charlotte was okay, but still was a cool spot.
Yeah.
Number 11, Roxanne Perez, and I swear I thought this was a tribute to Stardust. Because the
Kim
suit
Possible.
was here now I know it's Kim Possible, but the thing is the suit was neon green, but the whole thing with the stars, it looked like a Stardust attire.
It kind of looks similar, but then if you watch the show Kim Possible, it's like the villain, the arch nemesis there. So she did the tribute. The star maybe looks like Stardust a bit.
Correction, the heel in
heel,
Kim Possible. Yeah.
I don't know the name.
I can't remember the name either, so yeah.
But please change her entrance music. I'm sorry, I hate it.
You don't like it?
No,
Why?
it's kind of remind me of something which is not PG, so I won't describe it.
Well, if there's one entrance theme I would like to change, is the one that Braun Breaker uses because, dude, you're giving us PTSD, dude.
Do you remember that Limp Bizkit wanted to do the entrance?
Yeah, what happened to that?
Exactly.
Come on. All right. Number 12, Maxine Dupree. She did a good showing, but it wasn't like it wasn't very clean transitions from move to move.
Yeah.
And it's kind of weird because lately Maxine has been on fire. She really, really improved in the ring. We all saw it. And something in this match didn't gel that well. I mean, she's still...
I think is it her first Rumble or her second one?
I think it's a third. Third or second.
The third one?
I think. She was in 24, I think. Yeah.
I don't remember 24.
She was in the
I don't know. I
2024
felt like
Rumble.
she was in a position that she was stressed.
Yeah.
Like, also, when Natty was the next entrance, she looked straight up to the camera, like looking at the entrance, like a second before the music hit. It was like, okay, I understood. It's a lot of pressure. That's how I see it.
I don't put that to blame. I just feel it's more like of an excitement, point.
Yeah, like excitement, stress. Yeah.
Speaking of which, number 13, Natalia. No, it's Natty. New entrance, new attire. Well, it's still Saudi, but still, it's still new attire. What do we think about her entrance?
Rage Against the Machine.
Nice. Yeah, that's exactly what I thought. Because at the beginning, and then it'll change.
Because in Bloodsport, she entered with I forgot the name of the song, but Killing You the Name of.
Exactly. So it's basically
it
Death
sounds
Rebel's
the same.
version It's Death
Yeah.
Rebel's version of Rage Against the Machine, killing in the name of.
It's exactly, but I love it. I
All
love
right.
it. I finally see the Natty we all deserve to see. Finally.
I'm still waiting on her first match. The first match will tell us all.
With
So yeah,
Maxine, obviously.
yeah.
But I wonder if the sound of the Heart Foundation is still relevant for her character now.
Well, I think it does, but it all depends on if she wants to keep it or not, because that is synonymous with her family's legacy. So
Yeah, but if you saw Natty's matches
yeah,
outside of WWE, she didn't use it. So,
yeah. So she
I don't
had a
know.
yeah, she had a banger against Masha Slamovich back in the day, again in Bloodsport, I think.
Yeah. And Paige, Mackenzie Page, I think?
Yeah, I think yeah, Kenzie Page
Yeah.
from NWA. So she enters the ring. She goes at it with Maxine. Maxine tries to do a comeback. Becky hits her with the manhandle slam, and Becky eliminates Maxine. She tries to eliminate Natty, but Natty is not the sucker she used to be, and
Hmm.
she eliminates Becky Lynch. Now let's talk about this, because Becky Lynch entered the Rumble. Everyone thought that AJ Lee would enter the Rumble as well, thus eliminating her and starting their path to WrestleMania. So
Nope.
if AJ Lee's not in the Rumble, why the hell was Becky in the Rumble? What's the point?
I
This
have no
elimination meant
idea, but
nothing.
it's kind of looks like it's building up for Becky versus Natty. Because
If
Natty said she's coming for that title as well. And as well, when Natty pushed her to the floor, she's kind of like, okay, I'm lifting my legs. I wasn't eliminated. And she tweeted about it. It's like, dude.
yeah, but did you see that they added a reader's comment and said she was eliminated?
Yeah.
Oh, that was awesome. But here's the thing: because if AJ's not eliminating Becky, what's the point with Natty eliminating Becky? That's not a big story. Maxine should have gotten even with Becky. She should have eliminated her, thus giving her some kind of legitimacy to like get a rematch. And then Natty should have eliminated Maxine. It seems like
I don't know. I
it
think if
seems
you
like the
ask
better
me,
story.
yeah, but I think if you ask me, they will save Becky versus AJ Lee in WrestleMania.
No, of course
If
they
you're going
will.
with the no, if you go with the rumors, this match is sealed. But
Yeah,
the thing is, right now you have 2 months to fill out a storyline for Becky. So if right now Natty's in the mix, like, okay, I can see a triple threat on an Elimination Chamber, which is the final PLE before WrestleMania. Natty, Maxine, Becky. Becky retains, then AJ appears.
but here's the thing: if we're sticking to Maxine, because Maxine had a very first start for 2026. She won the Intercontinental Championship. Everybody thought that this is the push that she deserved after all the hard work she put in, and then she loses the title after 2 weeks. Then in the rematch, Natty screws her. Okay, so
Hmm.
in the Rumble, it kind of makes sense that either Maxine eliminates Natty for like a mini revenge, and then they will go on to a feud, and then Becky could have eliminated Maxine because that's the way thing goes. But here, not only did Maxine didn't get any revenge, she looks like the fool because
Yeah.
she got eliminated by Becky, and then Natty takes the credit for eliminating Becky Lynch. It should have been the
Yeah,
other
it's
way
kind of
around.
weird. I'll agree with you on that one, but I think they're trying to build. Okay, we'll see how it goes on Monday Night Raw.
Yeah.
If there will be an altercation between the two, or if Becky will be a part of it as well. But if it has come to the point where, okay, we have a rebranding for Natty, Becky is waiting for AJ Lee to arrive. So with Maxine, is either okay. If the feud will be at the point, there will be that Maxine will be over, fine. But if not, you just ruin Maxine Dupree. So
If
I hope.
Here's the thing: logic states, in my opinion at least, that we're heading to a triple threat match between Natty, Maxine, and Becky
That's what I
because there is a story exactly. So it's either going to be an elimination chamber or Saturday night's main event if there is an edition of Saturday night's main event. After that, you can do Becky versus AJ in Mania. But the overall point that I was making in our Hebrew version is that I don't think Maxine should have lost the title. They could have had the feud with Natty because the match itself, Becky versus AJ, doesn't need a title. Like the match itself is a bigger story enough. It doesn't need the Intercontinental Championship. So
Yeah, but remember what happened after WrestlePalooza? Like AJ took the title from Becky, and she was walking around with it, and it was okay. This is the storyline. Like, okay, AJ's taking the title So that's why.
Yeah. All right, number 14, Liv Morgan enters her ninth Royal Rumble. I think she and Natty are the only two women right now who have participated in every Royal Rumble thus
Yeah.
far. That is amazing.
Yeah.
Number 15, Lash Legend enters the Rumble and she immediately eliminates Jordan Grace. All right,
We'll get to Lash Legend later on.
of course.
She was a surprising one in this match, really.
Yeah, good showing by Lash Legend, no doubt about it.
Yeah.
Number 16, Zelina Vega, and I swear to God, she wears like a logo of a Harley Davidson with the whole mechanism thing. I mean, it looked awesome. I just don't know exactly what it was.
I know, I have no idea. I think it was for a video game of some sort. Just don't remember
Could
which.
be. We'll have to know if you know. Tell us in the comments. Shout out to Zelina, she's awesome. Number 17, Raquel Rodriguez. And when she enters, the entire Judgment Day is complete, and they're starting to work together with Raquel eliminating Kiana James. Good showing by Kiana James once again.
Yeah.
And then they hug. Yay! Families all together. Number 18, Chelsea Green. God bless
I'm sorry, Alba Fire was the MVP of this match.
Alba
Oh my
Fire was
god, I
amazing.
loved Alba Fire's role in that match.
This
Even
is
though she wasn't
straight-
in the match, but you get the point.
This is straight out of Matt Hardy's Manitude book of how to survive a Rumble back in 2003, where Alba basically saved Chelsea on a number of occasions. It was awesome. When the minute Chelsea enters the ring, she's trying to bond with the Judgment Day. Of course, they knock some sense into her and try to eliminate her. Alba saves her right away, and she also saved her a couple of other times during the match. Also, the attire for Chelsea. She is wearing an attire which is like a newspaper, the Chelsea
Yeah.
Chronicle. Amazing.
I love
Amazing.
it. She got amazing pop, and she lasted more than 5 seconds.
At least that.
Yeah.
Even though I would have loved to see her like last until the end.
But do you remember on Unreal Season 1 where they pitched an idea to put Chelsea Green at the number 30 spot in the Royal Rumble and to win it? I was still pissed at what Michael Hayes said about her. I'm still pissed about it, but still I understand.
Remind us what exactly did he say?
Okay, he said on Chelsea Green that she is not at the same level as Charlotte Flair and Tiffany Stratton. She's here to elevate them. That's it.
That's like an old school mentality, but the bottom line is that he's like right and wrong at the same time, because every good hero or every main star needs someone that helps elevate them, and that is Chelsea Green in a nutshell. But you can also elevate Chelsea Green if you wanted to, because she could be like the main girl.
Yeah.
She could be the main woman on the roster if they want to elevate her, but they don't see it like that right now. But for Chelsea, she's the smartest woman in the room, because she says, listen, I don't care if I lose 1,000 times. I'm on television. That's good enough for me.
And now she's building her house with Matt Cardona. It's like, I'm living my dream. Whichever spot they'll give me, I'll do it.
Exactly.
That's more of the reason why she deserves to be in the main event spot, if you ask me.
2026 Money in the Bank, Chelsea wins it.
I hope so.
No doubt about it. All right, number 19, Julia, the Women's United States Champion. Number 20, Io Sky. Number 21, Asuka. And then we got like the holy triangle of stardom with Asuka.
Michael Cole said that as well, by the way.
Michael Cole, I swear to God, somebody feeds him those lines on commentary. Listen, Michael, okay, I'm reading here. She was in Stardom. Somebody's reading Wikipedia, and he's telling him all these facts about Stardom and New Japan. He never saw those things. So,
but the fact that he mentioned Stardom, great.
Ever since the whole regime change, Michael Cole's like, yeah, sure, I'm watching TNA, I'm watching GCW, I'm watching stuff like I've never seen before.
All that except AEW.
No, he actually said that he's watches, because I'll jump a little bit forward, because when Royce Keys shows up, Michael Cole says, I have followed his career from the beginning. That means he watches AEW without saying it.
Could be.
So you got Julia, Io Sky, and Asuka. They have a spot in the match, fighting against each other. It's awesome. Then number 22, Rhea Ripley, and she wears an attire that reminds me of Edward Scissorhands.
That was the makeup as well?
No, actually, the makeup, I think, was the Pacifier or the Terrifier, something like that. It's a horror movie I'm not really familiar with, but
no, it's not Terrifier, so I have no idea. But I have no idea what it's from.
The suit reminded me of Edward Scissorhands, and it's like I have no idea why she chose that outfit, but it's her choice. Whatever. Also another good performance in the Rumble. Meanwhile, Julia eliminates Zelina, and the minute Ripley enters the match, she eliminates Elba Fire. Not really, but she throws her over the top rope. She eliminates Chelsea Green. Boo. And
Before
then
she did a salute. She did a salute before
she did
that.
the salute, of course, because she shows her respect and mad props. And then
Yeah.
she does a razor's edge to Roxanne to the outside and almost killing her because she wasn't like thrown outside. She was like she just like tosses her and she lands on Chelsea and Elba, luckily, but she almost died.
But what? It was a great counter for Pop Rocks, though.
Yeah, it was a
I
great
think she's the
surprise.
only one who did that kind of counter.
Actually, it was very innovative. Never saw that before.
I was this close to thinking, like, when you said she did the Razor's Edge, she threw it on Chelsea and Alba. He was
Yeah.
like, okay, Claudio Castagnoli throwing Darby Allin on the announce table. So
Yeah, exactly. But the difference is Claudio's like throwing him miles away. How the hell's Darby Allin still alive? I have no idea.
we know. I think it's Kenny from South Park. He never dies. For real.
Maybe. Number 23, Bailey. Number 24, JC Jane. First Rumble
Yeah.
appearance, the NXT Women's Champion. Respect.
Yeah.
Liv
Loved
Morgan.
it.
Liv Morgan eliminates Natty. So, all right. She needed to go anyway, so good showing
Yeah.
for her. Number 25, Nikki Bella. She has that stare down finally against Liv Morgan because they were supposed to face like a half a year ago in Evolution. Didn't happen. We're getting it right now. Number 26, Lyra Valkyria, and she and Bailey team up to eliminate Julia. So Julia did absolutely nothing. All their proclamations, all their sayings that she's gonna win the Rumble, become a triple double
Yeah.
champion.
Although I will say something about Julia. First of all, she did receive a nice pop from the fans, from the
Yep.
audience. That's first. And secondly, when you saw the mingling with her and Asuka and Io, do something with that. Please do something with that regarding the storyline, because I said it in my podcast as well. Her storyline with Kiana James is not working. It's not working. It's not elevating Julia in any way. So if you put her in the mix with Asuka and Kyrie, it will elevate her. It'll elevate Julia.
I tell you what's the
If you ask
problem.
me.
Here's the biggest problem. The problem is it feels like, and I think even some of the women said themselves that they don't care about the United States Championship. They don't care about the Intercontinental Championship. So at least if Becky's the champion, she tries to elevate the title with like title defenses. Julia doesn't have any title defenses in order to show her skills because Julia is awesome. Everybody knows that.
Yeah.
But we don't see it on television because they don't showcase it on television. When she had the match against Zelina in Saudi Arabia, the crowd popped for that one. Okay? If she's the United States champion, let her defend the title. Show everyone why she's the champion. And they're not doing that. No, they're doing a tag match. And now they're going to get a tag team title match for that. And then they're talking about competing for the WWE Women's Championship. But why? You are already United States champion. Defend your title, showcase yourself, and that's how you get over. But they don't do that.
Yeah, but it's more than just a title defense. Because every time you hear Julia enter the ring, like in the United States, for example, crickets. And Kiana James is not lifting her up. Like compared to what she did at NXT, for example.
Because, like I said, if they're giving her matches that are 3 minutes, 4 minutes long, like they did with Chelsea, and they're not giving her a proper showing, a proper presentation like they did with Zelina when they had that tremendous match, I'm just saying, if they build rivalries for Julia, they will have good matches to show for it, and thus elevating her as a main event star, because Julia can be a main event star.
Yeah.
If they give her a proper rivalry, I think she could be tremendous. Like Julia.
You remember she had a face-off with Tiffany a few months back?
Yeah. How come we
there you
didn't get
go.
that match?
Now it's time.
Yeah, exactly. Either or, like if Tiffany doesn't face Jade in the WrestleMania for the title again, so who knows? All right, number 27, Kalani Jordan. Jordan comes
That
in,
was-
immediately does a Phoenix Splash, just like nothing.
I didn't expect Kalani Jordan in the Rumble, and it's definitely not the 27 slot. It was like,
I
what?
think people were probably expecting Tatum Paxi because somebody saw it on the poster at the Rumble.
Yeah. You saw
So
Tatum
yeah,
Paxley and you saw Thea Hale. Neither.
you see
That was
that
surprising.
we fooled them all. We
Yeah.
gave it like a fake poster, but yeah, good showing by Kalani Jordan. Does the Phoenix Splash, and she's in there. Number 28, Kyrie Sane.
Hi.
First of all, Kyrie's awesome. Number one, she
Love her.
holds out the binocular, like for the whole pirate gimmick, which is great.
Yeah.
And she's looking, and she sees Asuka in trouble, so she runs to the ring while holding the binocular all the way through. Kyrie's sticking with the gimmick. This is great.
I
Now,
love her acting. She's awesome.
oh, Kyrie's amazing. Now she enters the ring, tries to help Asuka. They go back and forth with Rio and with Rio, exactly, with Rio and Io, and then Ripley throws Asuka over the top rope. Kyrie tries to save her, and then Asuka's like slipping because Io pushed her from behind. She's slipping. She's trying to hold on. She's holding on to the bottom rope. Meanwhile, Kyrie is fighting with Io, and Kyrie accidentally hits Asuka, and Asuka's eliminated. Now, the funniest thing after that, because Kyrie's distraught. Oh no, I eliminated Asuka. Asuka is furious, and then there's Io standing there like. But then Kyrie climbs on the ropes, and Io's like
Exactly.
pushes her over the top, and I was laughing my ass
That?
off.
What was that?
That was funny as hell.
It was like, oh,
So,
you're here. Okay, boop.
so Kyrie is eliminated, Asuka's eliminated, and probably Asuka's gonna turn on Kyrie at some point. Maybe this is gonna lead to another WrestleMania match. Who knows?
That will totally be it. I think after that,
Hopefully.
it must happen.
Hopefully.
Must.
Number 29, Brie Mode.
And the crowd goes Daniel Bryan.
The crowd went nuts.
Yeah, because she's Daniel Bryan's wife. They was like, yes.
I think this is the biggest pop Brie Bella has gotten her entire career. I'm not
Yeah.
completely insane. So Brie Bella comes in, crowd's insane, crowd goes wild. She does the yes kicks to Raquel. Raquel sells an invisible kick also. That was funny. Hugs with Nikki Bella, and number 30, Tiffany Stratton. Now, no Bianca Belair. And if you look at betting odds, don't look at betting odds. But if you do look at betting odds, Bianca Belair was like neck and neck with Liv Morgan. So first off, where the hell is Bianca Belair? Like, it's been a year. She said she had a thumb injury. We've seen her as a special ref at the Evolution. Is she okay? Or maybe they're expanding the family or something?
I don't know. There's the thing. Like,
I haven't heard anything.
she was injured at WrestleMania. She had an injury on her finger. She uploaded a picture on her social media with which her finger was bloated.
Yeah.
And okay, yeah, she did the match for Naomi and Jade in Evolution. Since then, we haven't seen her. Okay, I'm not gonna. Okay, she had an appearance on NXT Homecoming. Doesn't count. But after that, no one knows where she is. She did an interview with Chris Van Vliet. She didn't hit anything with regards to pregnancy, so I really have no
It's
idea.
kind of weird.
Yeah,
What, they're saving her for Elimination Chamber?
I surely hope so, because now that we know who won this Royal Rumble, she definitely needs to go to Elimination Chamber, win twice in a row, and go with Jade at WrestleMania. It has to be done.
Win twice in a row and 3 overall in 4 years.
Yeah,
She's like the Patriots in certain, like in football. Winning
Miss
Super
Elimination
Bowls.
Chamber.
Yeah. Now, Tiffany enters at number 30. We are left with 14 competitors in the ring. That's half a Rumble, which is insane. That's
When
like
Lash Legend kicks out half of them.
that's an insane number of competitors to be left in the ring after the number 30 spot. Like, sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. It kind of works this time, so yeah. So, here we go. We got the Bellas eliminating Bailey and Lyra in a cool spot where they do like upside down thing and then they turn
That
around.
was cool. That was
cool.
Yeah.
Then we have JC Jane eliminating Kalani. She yells at her, "Go back to NXT. JC, you're the NXT Women's Champion. You're also in NXT." And then she gets soul snatched by Sol Ruka and thrown over the top rope. Awesome spot.
Yeah.
From there, we get Lash Legend eliminating both Bellas. Again, great showing by Lash Legend here. We got Charlotte Flair eliminated by Lash Legend, and Charlotte, like at the half-minute mark of the match, like the half-point mark of the match. It's not like a bad thing, but Charlotte wasn't very
Involved?
involved. Exactly. I don't want to say it like a bad thing, but bottom line is she wasn't really involved, and she had like a little bit of mini spots here and there with Bailey and Tiffany, but other than that, she wasn't really felt during the match after the Alexa
Yeah, it was, I
elimination.
think, after the spot with Becky when she entered number 9. You haven't seen her a lot in the match.
Like if you're
She
gonna
didn't
keep
have
someone,
like a spot that you focused on. Same with
she
Lola
didn't
Vice, though.
even eliminate anyone after
Yeah,
that. So I have this problem because if you're gonna keep someone in the match for that long, at least have them do like a couple of eliminations. You had this
yeah.
one time, I think it was when Naomi came back. No, sorry, back in 2021. Naomi was number 2 in the Rumble. She lasted almost all the way through, and she did absolutely nothing. I'm not saying that because to her disadvantage. I'm saying whoever booked that is like you want to keep someone in the Rumble for that long. All right, have him get out of a couple of elimination tries, but have him actually do something in the ring. She did nothing, and that's the thing with Charlotte. It felt like she did nothing after the Alexa elimination.
I wonder if we can say the same about Roxanne last year.
Same. I don't think did Roxanne eliminate anyone?
I
I
don't
can't
remember.
remember.
I don't
So, that,
remember. Yeah.
so that's the thing.
She
So
had a
here's the
spot with Nikki when it did the push-ups. That was it.
yeah. So here's
That's
the
it.
thing. So if you're gonna stay in the ring for that long, at least make it memorable. Like I remember back in '96, Triple H, number one, lasted 50 minutes, had a couple of eliminations, but I remember him like holding like a grapevine on a couple of the corners, trying to hang on in there. And I remember that vividly. Because that's the thing, you have to make an impression. If you're just standing in the ring, lying around, and I'm not blaming you, I'm blaming the guy who writes this. So actually do something.
Yeah.
So Charlotte is eliminated. We're down to 7. From there, we get one of the dumbest spots in the match because we have Lash fighting with Io, and they go over the top rope, and Io is doing a grapevine submission hold on her leg, hanging upside down while she's hanging outside the ring. Now, there's no possible way for her to get back in there. So why the hell put yourself in that position in the first place?
I had no idea. I thought like maybe Lash had to do something, but it was miscommunication between the two of them, and I was like, okay, just kick her out.
And then she's like shaking her leg, like, get off, get off. You
Yeah.
know? And he was eliminated. And I'm like, that was a stupid spot. Seriously. Io deserved better. We're down to 6. Then we get the fight of the Amazons. We got Ripley with Lash, who actually loses one of her lashes. Lash lost her
I haven't
lash.
noticed that.
Yeah. Lash lost her lash. So we get Lash and Ripley, and then we get Raquel and Lash, and then we get Ripley and Lash, and Ripley and Raquel, which basically, and it comes down to Ripley eliminating Lash Legend with a clothesline. That was an awesome spot. Afterwards, Ripley tries to charge into Raquel, picks her up for a Tahana bomb, and she does the Tahana bomb on the apron, probably breaking Ripley in half. And
Yeah,
Ripley's out
she
of
was
it.
landing like on her back,
Wow, her face
"Ugh."
was like, oh my God, I
Yeah,
just broke something.
yeah. But a second afterwards,
The biggest betrayal of all, Liv
yeah,
Morgan turns on Raquel and throws her out of the Royal Rumble match. Judgment Day is not fine.
and she just looks at her like smiling, like.
I can't wait for Monday night. Monday night's going to be amazing.
Okay, I will say something regarding to that, but I
Sure.
will wait till the end.
All right, so we're down to 3. We got Sol Ruka, we got Liv Morgan, and we got Tiffany Strun. Back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. Moonsault, spot, spot, spot. Sol Ruka does the Snow Snatcher on both of them, and then she tries to throw both of them over the top rope. Somehow, she gets rolled with them. Another stupid spot, and then they just hang there near the apron. They climb on the apron. I hate spots that are always on the apron because anything can go wrong.
Yeah.
Somehow they managed to make it right. And Soul is eliminated by Tiffany. Tiffany is eliminated by Liv with Oblivion. And Liv Morgan, and rightfully so, wins
Yeah.
the 2026 Royal Rumble match. Awesome. Congratulations. You deserve it.
I was really happy for her because first of all, remember she was a runner-up for 2 years straight, and regarding that spot on the apron, I felt like they're trying to do something similar like they had with Liv and Rhea in 23.
Something like
For
that,
a
yeah.
second, I thought it was similar. But yeah, she definitely deserves it. She definitely deserves a WrestleMania main event. She never received a WrestleMania main event, and I think now it's the perfect time. And she has amazing accomplishments every time she's in Saudi Arabia. She won the women's title in Saudi Arabia. She won the crown jewel in Saudi Arabia, and now the Royal Rumble. And I just remember on the post show, for example, you saw the post show.
Yeah.
She just screaming at the crowd, and she was so excited. Okay, but the funniest part,
Yeah.
she pointed the sign. There was no fireworks. She took her hand down. There was fireworks, and then you see the referee on the bottom of the screen pointing the screen.
Someone
That was
actually
funny.
enlarged that image, and then we see one of the producers and the referee like, point to the sign, point to the sign.
screen.
Awesome. Well, of course, she was overexcited, and rightfully so, and she deserves every accolade for that. Liv Morgan wins the Rumble. Congratulations. She truly deserves this. She was probably the overall #1 pick to win this match. Who's she gonna go for? I'm guessing Stephanie Vaquero, even though Raquel could beat Stephanie, and then we can have Raquel versus Liv. Could be a good story. I don't know if we're gonna come to that. But yeah, overall, a very enjoyable Rumble. I enjoyed this match very much, very much. Your thoughts?
Okay, but before that, there's something I wanted to say beforehand.
Sure, go ahead.
They upload a reel on their Instagram, on TikTok, if you follow them on the social media. When you see Liv, Raquel, and Roxanne doing a video chat with Dominic Mysterio, they're like happy that she won, everything is great. And Raquel was like, your friend just eliminated you from the Rumble. Like, I know kayfabe is dead, but what the hell?
They did the same thing with Jey Uso when he won last year, and then you see Jacob Fatu congratulates him and like, didn't you beat him up like a couple of months ago? What's going on?
It didn't make any sense to me. You just
Kayfabe is
eliminated your
dead.
best friend.
Kayfabe is dead.
It was
Forget about
weird. It was completely weird.
Uh,
But I know that it can be an interesting match between Liv and Stephanie at WrestleMania, but I think we need to see Liv versus Raquel at WrestleMania. I believe that if we will get the match between Raquel and Stephanie on Raw for the title, if you ask me, Raquel will win the title from Stephanie, and then we will see officially the end of Judgment Day.
Well, here's the thing, because with all the rumors going around about Stephanie's health, I don't know if she's 100% with the whole situation with her leg.
Yeah.
She could lose the title, which actually would make sense if she actually loses. And then you could go with Raquel versus Liv, and then who knows where the Judgment Day might end up, because they could go with Liv, they could go with Raquel. It looks like Roxanne might turn on Raquel, actually.
Could be.
Yeah.
Could be.
But Judgment Day is fine.
Because they're really trying to elevate Raquel Rodriguez as a single competitor. I'm all for it.
Yeah.
She deserved the title. She deserved the singles run. So if it will come to a point where Roxanne will turn on Raquel and joins Liv, I'm okay with that. Make it happen, because Raquel deserves it.
Yeah.
Now, to sum up the entire Women's Rumble match,
Yeah.
it was a good match, because also with the entrances, they did the entrances according to all storylines, which I loved it. If it was Charlotte and Alexa, if it was Io, Asuka, Rhea, even though Kyrie entered a few entrances afterwards. But everything was like on point with that. Yes, Kiana James was really impressive to me. Still, Alba Fire is the MVP of this match, in my opinion. But I will give the credit to Lash Legends. She was awesome. But yeah, we knew from the get-go where it was going to, and the fact that Liv Morgan won, I'm happy that she won. She totally deserves it. And that's it.
All right. Moving on.
Yeah.
AJ Styles versus Gunther. If AJ Styles loses, he must retire. But the question on everybody's mind is he retire entirely? Or is he just going to finish his WWE career? Because he said it himself. Now, let's talk about the match first, and then the whole conundrum afterwards. Because we have the match, and what I got to say, this match was phenomenal. No pun intended. This match was phenomenal. A good story. Gunther does everything in his power to beat up AJ Styles. and then AJ Styles comes back and retaliates, working on the leg of Gunther. He wants to make him tap out like a you know what. But then, of course, Gunther, as he always does, makes a comeback. He hits a low blow on AJ, and then there's a point near the end of the match that he just beats the living hell out of him. And I'm thinking at that point, okay, this is gonna be the ending. Like he's gonna beat him up so bad that the referee has to stop the match, and that's how AJ loses. But he doesn't really lose it, so it might lead to something else. But no, he beats him up. Referee doesn't stop the match. AJ does a comeback. Gunther puts him in his sleeper, and I'm saying, Jesus, for the love of God, AJ, just don't smile. Don't smile, AJ. He puts him in the sleeper. AJ basically passes out. The referee stops the match. Gunther wins. AJ wakes up and says, "What happened?" "Well, there was a fight. I didn't hear a bell." And the referee goes, "No, listen, AJ, it's over. It's done." And then at the end of the match, afterwards, we see AJ taking off his gloves. The crowd is yelling, "No, don't do it, AJ!"
But
And
then,
he's about to put him on the ground, and then he just picks him up. No, I'm not putting him down. These are good gloves. And he does his sign thing, and he just waves to the fan, does posing on the corner, and everybody's asking, what the hell's going on? Is he retiring or not? Now we're jumping to the post show, and in the post show, both Peter Rosenberg, that schmuck, and Triple H say the exact same thing. Listen, AJ told us this is it. He is not coming back into in-ring competition at all. We talked about him maybe having a producer role like backstage, but he is not going to wrestle another match again. This is his words. Now, I hear you, and I'm hearing what you're telling me, but I want to hear from the man himself, so I have no idea what's going on. So, Nafar, your thoughts on the match, and of course the conundrum afterwards. If AJ is actually really retiring, or he's gonna retire at Rumble here, and then he's gonna come to TNA or whatever.
okay, first of all, his gear is the same gear he wore at the 2016 Rumble. It was similar. It was similar to his 2016 gear.
Yeah.
Yeah. But I'll tell you why I was kind of disappointed from the match storyline wise. Because if you go back to their match on Raw 2 weeks ago, the controversial tap out that the referee didn't see, and apparently that's how Gunther won. And I thought, okay, they want to do like a redemption here. And usually when you say like, okay, you have to put a career on the line, that's the stipulation, you usually win the match. Especially after that. So it was kind of, regarding the storyline, it's like you're downgrading AJ Styles. Like, give him a proper win. Like, for example, he couldn't win the title from CM Punk just for a final run. But yeah, he had to disqualify because of Finn Balor. So I thought, okay, maybe we can have your storyline with him and Finn Balor, because obviously the fans want to see them fight one last time. So the storyline-wise, it was sad to me. And I thought when it comes to Styles, if it was indeed his retirement match, as Nakamura said, I thought he could win here. Maybe win and then like, okay, take out his shoes, take out his gloves, like that's it. Now, the match itself physically, there's some people compared it to the match with Cena and Sarah's main event in December. No, absolutely not. I'm not going to call it squash. I'm not going to call it half squash. Because Styles gave a fight in that match. He gave a fight. I mean, you saw how Gunther dropped it on the announcer table and he's cut his hand. He was bleeding. Like, oh my God. And he went through. I actually thought with a glimpse that he could have won it. But now and I know that regarding the storyline on Gunther's side, that if Styles would have won the match, you just ruined the whole gimmick for Gunther. So that's why he won. So I felt bad, but yeah.
No, I'm just saying, like he said, you could have ruined the gimmick for Gunther, but I think they would have thought of a very creative way how to like continue this storyline that like when with AJ like retiring in WrestleMania. But here's the thing: I think AJ, bottom line, went out on his own drum. He wanted to retire at the Rumble, 10 years to the day at the mark. I really believe that this was his call because everybody thought it was going to be Mania. I heard from reports that I read and heard, of course, that they wanted to talk about him finishing things up at Mania. He was insistent that he wants to finish things at the Rumble, and with Nakamura spilling the beans, it kind of makes sense. So with that, I don't know if he retires overall, but let's say he retires. Gunther gets another one on his chalkboard. He is now the career killer. I'm just saying, Nikki Bella, you better watch out. Just
Michael Cole.
Michael Cole, don't announce your retirement yet, dude. Everybody's like fantasy booking him and Lesnar, Gunther and Lesnar, of course, at SummerSlam. I think that's a very good and obvious choice to go to. If Brock Lesnar says he's gonna retire, I think Cena spilled the beans on that one when he was with Chris Van Vliet and he talked about Lesnar probably retiring in Minnesota.
Yeah.
So yeah, I think like for Gunther, this was a good call if you want to build him up as a career killer. I know some people are against this, but it works. Gunther is a believable guy that can actually destroy careers and end them. So I'll give him mad props for that one. It's for AJ. If it is the end, thanks for the memory.
Here's the thing. On Raw, he said that he might finish his WWE career.
Exactly.
And at the end of the match, he took the gloves. He wanted to put him on the ring floor.
Yeah.
But he didn't. He put the gloves back on. He just went. If it wasn't an official retirement, he would put also his shoes and his gloves on the ring floor.
Here's the thing, but
that's the thing. But if you ask me, if he will have a proper retirement match, it needs to be done in TNA.
I'm agree. Yeah, I pretty much agree. Yeah.
Put him against Mike Santana, Kazarian, Leon Slater.
Yeah.
Just to name a few. There's also some people that said, "Oh, he's coming to AEW." Like Will Ospreay uploaded a photo of him and Styles from New Japan, and Mercedes is like, "I hope the rumors are true." That could be is going to AEW.
Well, he could go to AEW if you wanted to, but the bottom line is he said 2026, this is the year. I'm going to finish things up. Now, from what Triple H said on the post show, he basically said, listen, AJ told us, I know my time is up. I'm not going to overstay my welcome because I know when you get more older, it's hard to do the stuff you used to do in the ring. He feels that way, even though he doesn't look that way at all. So now we just have to wait and see. And whatever happens, happens.
Yeah.
We got a trailer for the new WWE 2K26 game. Any thoughts on the game? All right.
I have no idea yet. Sorry.
Here's my thoughts. $150 for the whole package for things we already had. So all right, fine. All right. WWE. Okay. For the next match, I'm gonna put a little bit of a disclaimer here because you know who we are, you know where we're from. We're gonna keep it like professional. We're gonna keep it almost objectively on the match and the storyline itself. Okay, so there it goes. WWE Championship match: Sami Zayn versus Drew McIntyre. Now, number one, this was the weakest match on the card. Number two, as a match itself, I didn't feel like this is a big pay-per-view match. It didn't feel like it at all. It felt like a match that could happen at Saturday Night's Main Event or even on an episode of SmackDown. The whole story of Sami, they're telling us that he never defeated Drew McIntyre. He's undefeated in Saudi Arabia. Cool. But as the match went on, you didn't feel for a second that he's going to win. And I'm telling this as a fan. I'm not telling you this because of the other opinions I have on Sami. As a fan, it didn't feel for a second that Sami's going to walk out WWE champion. At all. So you have the match, and right at the beginning, Sami does a dive to the outside. He hurts his back, and that's the story of the match. He hurts his back. Drew works on the back, and that's pretty much the deficit for Sami, and is the main reason why he didn't win the match. The match goes on. Drew works on the back. Sami does a little bit of a comeback, and then there's a spot. And I swear, if I'm mistaken, you can correct me in the comments. There's a spot that he does in every single McIntyre match. He does the exploder suplex. He goes to the corner. He measures up. He is smiling. He is happy. He waits to hit him with the haluva kick, and he gets a claymore in the face. I swear to God, I've seen that spot 11 times, and it's like the character of Sami doesn't learn that he does the exact same mistake in every single one of those matches. So he gets a claymore. This time he actually kicks out. McIntyre throws him through a table on the outside, throws him back in the ring. Another claymore. Pins him, wins the match, retains the title. Was it worth it? I don't know.
Eh.
Your thoughts?
They only did the match because it's Saudi Arabia, because it's Sami Zayn. They wanted to see Sami Zayn in Saudi Arabia. Fine.
I
I
don't
don't
know.
care.
I'm just
But
saying. I'm just saying. In the pre-show, you saw signs that were against Sammy, so not everyone wanted to see Sammy there. So I'm
I
just saying.
haven't saw again. I haven't saw signs against
Check
Sami.
out the pre-show. You would see when CM Punk is on the panel. You can see people in the back. See for yourself. See people in the
Okay.
back with signs against Sami Zayn.
Really?
Not
Surprising.
all of them wanted Sammy to win. So
Surprising.
yeah,
But okay. Um, not only was the weakest match, it was the shortest match.
yeah,
I think it was like 7 minutes, something like that.
something like that. Yeah,
Yeah. But the end result, it was predictable, but and that's it. I mean, yes, 12-0. They have a 12-0 against one another. I didn't think for 1 second it will be 11-1. Haven't thought for a second that Sammy will take the title from Drew. All of a sudden, he just won it at the beginning of the month in Berlin.
Yeah, exactly.
So yeah, exactly. Give Drew McIntyre a proper run with the title. So yeah, first defense, he's retaining the title. I'm okay with that.
Yeah. All right. And we're going to the main event, the Men's Royal Rumble. There's a lot to talk about.
Go
I
ahead.
saw all the comments, all the opinions. People love this match. People hate this match. We're going to give you our honest thoughts. We're going to give you our opinion. Here we go. Let's run it off. Number one, Obafemi. Great call. Great call.
But there's something you need to know. On
Sure.
SmackDown,
All right, there was
when
a
we saw
botch on
Fraxim's match, so you saw Fraxim's match, but on the graphics it says Braun Breaker entrance 1.
Braun Breaker, number one entrant. Now, here's the thing. On the pre-show, they actually addressed this, and Adam Pearce said something rather like, we did a random drawing, and Braun Breaker came out number 2. Surprising.
They swapped.
So
They
Paul
swapped.
Heyman comes out and confronts Adam Pearce and says, random drawing my kosher tuchus. There's you're trying to ruin Braun Breaker's chances. You're doing this purposely because of all the things that happen. Adam Pearce confronts him. Are you blaming me of malpractice? Damn you, sir! How dare you? So Braun Breaker's number 2, Obafemi's number 1. Now, Obafemi as the number 1 entrant is awesome because you put him at the beginning of the match. He can dominate. He can showcase himself. A great showing for Obafemi. Exactly. Now, number 2 is Braun Breaker. He enters the ring. And when he almost reaches the ring, the Masked Man attacks him once again. I swear to God, Triple H has no bright ideas. He doesn't have any new ideas. It's the same Masked Man from a SmackDown game a decade ago. So he attacks Braun Breaker. I swear to God, I think he did a Moxley taunt. And then he does a curb stomp on Braun Breaker. Everybody's shocked. And then he throws Breaker into the ring. Breaker gets up. Clothesline by Obafemi. Braun Breaker is eliminated. Let's talk about that. Because people are mad that Braun Breaker was eliminated first.
Yeah.
What are your thoughts on that one?
Okay, yeah. It was too soon regarding his elimination because he was on the top favorite odds to win the Rumble. He was the top favorite. And the fact that he gave this, they eliminated him like that, like too soon, it was like, they could have kept it like mid-match or something. Show Breaker's dominance and then maybe that Masked Man will interfere. But right on the spot, it was like, for what? For what? But
Yeah.
let's speculate on who the person is, who the attacker was. Because obviously that he did the stomp so that like people think, oh yeah, it's Seth Rollins, he came back. No. Like, if I'm analyzing it, his mask, they only see his mouth because he covered his beard and his eyes. Now, if you look closely on his face and you have a second there of close-up, it was a blonde beard.
Yeah.
Now, if I have to speculate properly, especially after what he said at Monday Night Raw, Logan Paul.
All right. So let's first of all address the rumors about the Masked Man. The Masked Man is either Logan Paul or Austin Theory based on the storyline and the guy who actually did it. It looks like it's Logan Paul. Now,
Yeah.
I said on our Hebrew content that I think Austin Theory is a mole inside the Vision sent by Seth Rollins according to the storyline because Seth Rollins is the smartest guy in the room because that would make sense. That's my opinion. Now, it could be both Logan Paul and Austin Theory, as both of them are moles to infiltrate the division after what happened to Seth Rollins. Because the enemy of my enemy is my friend, because
Yeah.
Logan and Seth had like a rivalry back in the day. Um, it could be interesting if it's both of them, but I'm still right now on the opinion that it's only Austin Theory and they did Logan to just throw off the fans. I'm just guessing. Now, as for the elimination itself, I think they actually performed this spot to a T. I agree that this should have happened exactly the way it was, and I'll tell you why. Because you could have put Braun Breaker in the match with Oba. You could have stayed there after 30 minutes and then had the spot. It wouldn't have the same impact as it would like it did in the beginning. And he wanted to start the Rumble with shock value. Triple H said there would be surprises. And look at that. Everybody's talking about that. Now, I get it. We all hate the freaking masked man angle. We get it. But sometimes the masked man angle works. And for me, it actually worked more in the beginning as it would have if it would have been done earlier, like later on. That's my opinion.
Yeah, there's a point where you're saying,
Yeah.
like, you had the surprise effect, like, on the go. There's a point where you're saying, yeah,
All right.
I'll agree with you.
Number 3, Solo Sikoa. Now, Solo's there. Where the hell is the rest of his family? Where's Tama Tonga? Where's Tongaloa? Where's Tola Tonga? Where's any of them? None of them were in the Rumble. It's kind of like it's mind-boggling to me because Tama Tonga was on SmackDown in a promo video with Shinsuke Nakamura. Like, he's there. We saw him in the photos. He's there in Saudi Arabia.
Yeah.
How come he's not in the Rumble? All right.
I have no idea.
All right. Number 4, Rey Mysterio. Did you hear about the fact that they removed his cross? Oh my God.
Yeah.
By
From
the
the
way,
mask and from the shirt.
By the way, the running color scheme for most of the guys entering the Rumble, black and green. That's the color scheme. That's the color scheme. Apparently, most of them are fans of the Boston Celtics. Not really. All right, Rey Mysterio, number 4. Number 5, Rusev, my man. And he enters the ring. He fights with Solo. He fights with Oba. Gets a 6-1 into his face, and he's eliminated by Oba Femi. Now, let's talk about that because people are mad. How could
What
he waste?
are you doing with Rusev? Please explain to me.
All right, I got an explanation. It's not a good one. People are not going to agree with this, but this is my mindset, okay?
Okay.
Let's say you're booking this thing, okay? You have people running the Rumble match for 10 minutes. You got people running the match for 20 minutes, okay? There are only 30 spots available, and you want everybody to be in the matchup. Not everyone can get 5 minutes, 10 minutes, 20 minutes. Some people will have to get that kind of spot, okay? So they turn to Rusev. I wouldn't put Rusev in this situation, but I'm just saying. They go to Rusev and tell him, listen, we want you to be in the Rumble. This is the spot we have for you. You want to take it? That's awesome. You get a payday. Everybody's happy. If you're not going to be in the Rumble. That's the only spot we got. I would take the spot. I would take the spot to get a minute in the ring with Oba Femi and to get eliminated. Now, I'm not saying he deserved it. Now, here's the thing. Like I said, everybody wants their biggest stars in the match. Like they don't want to see, with all due respect, of course, they don't want to see their Akira Tozawas. They don't want to see, I don't know,
Otis.
Huh?
Otis.
They don't want to see Otis. They don't want to see the Creed brothers. They don't want to see guys like that. With all due respect, nothing against you guys, okay? But here's the thing: they want to see the big stars, but not every big star can stay in the match the same time. 5 minutes, 10 minutes. They got to have those memorable spots to elevate other guys. And we have guys like Oba Femi eliminating Rusev and Matt Cardona. We're going to talk about that later. And other big guys. That puts them on a higher pedestal. It kind of makes sense. So yeah, I feel sad for Rusev and Cardona for getting eliminated, but I understand the creative process going behind that.
No, I do understand. Here's the thing. I understand the creative process behind it. Okay, you got your TV time on Royal Rumble, fine. But what I said earlier, what are you doing with Rusev is in general. Since his storyline with Sheamus ended in Paris, what did they do with him? They did nothing with him.
I agree. Because apparently, according to Meltzer, he's saying that they wanted to cool him off because they wanted to push him into to the world title scene, but the crowd wasn't connecting. What are you talking about? Everybody was talking about his match with Sheamus at Clash in Paris.
And okay, I know that right now him and Lana are expecting a baby. Yes, Lana announced it a few months ago, so could be. But still, like, Rusev in his current character, if they somehow added Lana or maybe bring back Aiden English for a cameo for bringing back Rusev, they maybe will bring more effect. But ever since his storyline with Sheamus, nothing.
It could
Matt
be-
Cardona as well, nothing.
Look, it could
So
be.
yeah, TV time. They got TV time in the Royal Rumble. Yeah, their spot was but the question was like in a general speaking, creative wise.
Well, when it comes to Rusev, you could add to the equation the fact that Lana's pregnant. CJ Perry, of course. It could be because of that, because he wanted to be by her side. Kind of makes sense. So,
Yeah.
and he gets the Rumble spot, so people won't forget him. I get it. It took two people to get him out. He gets like 619 from Ray, and then he gets eliminated by Oba, so it kind of protects him somehow. I understand the spot. Kind of saddens me, but I get it. All right. So Oba Femi eliminates Rusev, and then he eliminates Solo Sikoa, and he eliminates Rey Mysterio. He's alone in the ring. In comes Matt Cardona. Like the same thing I said about Rusev is the same thing I say about Matt Cardona. When he got back into the WWE, I'm guessing he kind of knew, okay, I'm not going to be the main guy here. I'm going to try. I'm going to work my tuchus off, but I don't know if I'm ever going to be the guy. So he gets a spot in the Rumble. It's kind of a back and forth. Sorry, it's kind of a back and forth. Oba drops him, and then he even applauds him. Applauds him for the effort, and then he tosses him out of the ring. So that's Cardona's story. Is he gonna be even? Is gonna be like bigger than what he is right now? Could be. I could see him win Money in the Bank. So who knows?
With regards to Money in the Bank, I have an opinion about that later on.
Just remember to say that.
Yeah.
All
There's a reason.
right. Okay, number 7, Damian Priest, because we all knew he was gonna enter early because he was grouchy at the SmackDown raffle. Why the hell is R-Truth doing these raffles? It's not even in the Rumble. I don't get it.
R-Truth. That's it.
Exactly. Number 8, things are about to get bouncy because it's Javon Evans. What are your thoughts for Javon?
Like overall or in this match?
Let's say ever since he came up to the main roster and now in this matchup, did he showcase himself properly?
When it comes to in-ring ability, yeah. When it regards to proper storyline, not yet.
All right.
Even though they hinted something with El Grande Americano, but that was it. And also because you remember in this match with El Grande Americano, he injured himself when he did the springboard on him. Remember when they had to disqualify the match for El Grande Americano to win, and nothing happened.
Here's the thing. I hear like different reports on that because some people say that he got injured. Some people say that the injury was fake because they wanted to keep him something on some kind of on a small flame or something like that. I don't know what the hell's going on with him. So, I don't know. So, Javon is in the Rumble match. He had a great showing, in my opinion. A couple of good spots. We're going to talk about those. So, yeah, he's in the match with Damian and with Oba. He does a couple of tricks over there. Awesome showing by Javon. Number 9, Mr. Iguana and Yayeska.
Loved it.
I loved it, and people hated it. I don't know why.
Here's the thing. The Saudi audience, I think they're not familiar that much with AAA.
That's what I said. Exactly.
But Iguana came to showcase, like, okay, I'm doing my regular moves. I'm doing this, the lizard thingy. That's it. He knew from the get-go that was his spot. I was like, he's got his 5 minutes. Fine. But I was okay with that.
He was barely in the ring. He was barely in the ring for 3. He entered the match. He did a spot with Damian and with the Iguana, Layeska.
The double choke slam.
He double chokes them, both him and the Iguana, and then he just lies there.
Yeah.
Number 10, Trick Williams. The place pops. Trick has the aura of a star.
Yeah.
The problem is his in-ring work is, I think it's solid, but I can't say that it's something that is outstanding.
But he's making it up with his character.
Yeah, exactly. He's making it up with his character. Some might say The Rock did the exact same thing.
But here's the thing also. Trick enters the ring, and then you see him with Oba Femi and Javon Evans. Last year's
not before he eliminates Mr. Iguana. And the Iguana.
Yeah.
He also eliminated the Iguana.
Yeah. And then you see the standoff between the 3. We all know, we all understand it was a stand and deliver main event last year,
Yeah.
and the Saudi fans didn't understood that. There were only a few people chanting NXT. That's it. I thought there will be like a massive pop here. It was weird.
Again, I don't know how much the Saudi fans are familiar with the entire WWE product and all the other organizations, AAA and all that, but it seems like not most of them are familiar with that. This was a great spot during the match with all
Yeah.
three working together. I did hear the NXT chants, but it didn't like went overall the entire stadium. But I think one of our colleagues said that hearing chants in an open stadium is kind of hard because it kind of like drowned out because it's an open stadium instead
Could
of a
be.
closed one. So could
There's
be.
some people saying, like, "Oh, it was pre-recorded."
Yeah, I don't know about that one, but yeah.
Yeah, I don't know it either.
All right, so Trick eliminates Mr. Iguana. He was in there for like I don't know 3 minutes tops. So I got no problem with that. Number 11, Cody Rhodes, and the crowd sings the entire song of his entrance. Unbelievable.
His whole 90 seconds for
A
his
whole
entrance.
90 seconds. And then number 12 comes in, and it's El Grande Americano. El Grande Americano comes in, and he takes on Javon. They have this little rivalry going on. And then number 13 shows up. And number 13 is the original El Grande.
I loved it.
This
loved it.
was awesome. And then they're doing the Spider-Man meme where they're pointing at each other. Now, I think we can let the cat out of the bag. The El Grande number 2 is Ludwig Kaiser. El Grande, the original one, is Chad Gable. Now, Chad Gable is jacked up.
Yeah.
The guy works out immensely during his healing process. The guy, his back looks like a Berlin Wall. Okay, his back
My
is
God.
massive. And then when he comes back, he didn't shave, so it's kind of weird.
Yeah, I noticed that.
I kind of weird seeing him with the beard. So he's doing his spots with Grande number 2, and they're trying to take each other's masks off. And then at the end of it, he's doing skin the cat, takes out Grande number 2, throws him out, and then Trick eliminates Grande number 1. So we're getting a mask versus mask match at WrestleMania.
Thank God. I
Hopefully.
want to see a Grand Americano version of WrestleMania.
We need this. We
With
freaking
Bravo
need this.
and Rayo as well.
Wow. We totally need this.
Yeah.
So afterwards, and here's one of the eliminations that really, really annoyed me because you have Trick Williams eliminated by Cody after taking a crossroads. Why the hell would you eliminate him right now? You could have elevated him a little bit more. You could have done more stuff in the ring. The guy was in there for like maybe 5 minutes. That's it. Why?
Weird. I have no idea. If it's not to pump up a feud between the two, then I have no idea.
And I really don't get it. I mean, why? Why would you eliminate someone like Trick, someone you want to elevate as one of your newest stars, and take him out of the ring while still keeping Javon and Oba in the ring? You could have stayed longer.
Yeah, I agree.
All right. We're almost at the half-minute mark, but before that, we get number 14, Powerhouse Hobbs, or by his new name, Royce Keys. Now, also, people are talking about this spot. Did he deserve to be there? He wasn't in the WWE before. He came from AEW and stuff like that. Here's the thing. You want to showcase someone at the biggest spotlight you have, it's the Royal Rumble. Especially if he's going to have a good showing. And Royce Keys had a decent showing at the Rumble. Now, the reaction from the crowd, again, I don't know if they watch AEW. I have no idea. Maybe this was specifically a WWE crowd. But the reaction wasn't what they would have hoped. But the people home, they knew who he was. And I'm pretty sure everybody's talking about him on social media. And overall, I think he had a decent showing. He enters the ring, takes out Damian Priest. Your thoughts?
Yeah, same. Like really decent showing, like you said. It was really cute for Michael Cole to say he was known as Powerhouse Hobbs with a time trump breaking to Royce Keys. Now, there was debate also about his name. Royce is named after his son, and Keys is something with his mother or grandmother.
Something like that. Yeah,
So,
exactly. Yeah.
Yeah. So that means that he will not be in NXT. He will be straight up to the main roster.
I don't know
If
about that because we didn't really have any clear a clear answer on that because they could do the debut at the Rumble and then he can go to NXT. Look at Joe
But
Hendry.
yeah, but have you ever had a case when someone hit at the debut in the Rumble then went to NXT?
Joe
I
Hendry.
don't think they ever done that.
Joe Hendry.
It doesn't count. It
Joe
wasn't
Hendry.
TNA at the time. He was over.
He's
It's
still
not
going
the
to
same.
NXT.
It's not the same.
He's
It's
still
not the
going to
same.
NXT.
But again, I think with Royce, I think they want to put him already in the main roster. It's kind of similar what they did with Jade Cargill 2 years ago, and see how they elevate from there. If they will do it properly.
Yeah. I think he has all the potential in the world. I don't see him going to NXT actually. I think he is actually main roster material.
Yeah.
I think actually this was his first test, how he managed to like showcase himself during the match, and I think he did a
Exactly.
pretty good job. And then we'll have to see if he's in the main roster Raw SmackDown or if he's gonna show up on NXT helping Ricky Saints win the NXT Championship. So
If you're asking me, if there was a little back and forth with Damian Priest,
yeah.
if you ask me, he'll be on SmackDown.
I would rather see him work with the New Day because I think with the whole attitude with the New Day, it actually works. It actually works. He could be Big R or something like that. Or something like that. Yeah. I think their new attitude actually complements the whole approach where Royce Keys has to be. So, yeah.
Let's see. Let's see how they will introduce him.
All right. Number 15, Austin Theory. And I swear to God, Triple H has no idea what to do with a guy.
He was lost in that match. He was lost.
Not only in the match, like overall, I love Austin Theory. I really think this guy has every tool in the box to be one of the biggest stars in this company. But it feels like every time, ever since Vince left, and we all know why, they kind of like either they don't care about Austin Theory enough, or they just drop the ball with this guy every single time. This guy had the worst cash in history. And from that point on, he can just never get himself back up to a high main status. And like this is a new attempt, but I just don't personally, I just don't feel it, and I really hope it actually works out for him. Even his entrance, it feels like a rip-off of Triple H's entrance back in '99 when he was like first the game.
Yeah.
Kind of weird.
Yeah. But I think when it comes to creative, I agree with you, but let's see what happens when Seth Rollins returns, and then we'll see how they use him.
Yeah. Good thing comes for those who wait. Number 16, Bronson Reed, and he immediately tsunamis Javon Evans. Poor Javon.
And Wade Barrett, Tsunami.
Oh my God, poor Javon. Number 17, Ilya Dragunov. He was there. I don't know if it was a good showing, but he was there in the match.
Yeah.
Number 18, La Parca, and people are mad about this. People did not understand why La Parca was in the match. Here's what I'm saying.
Okay, I'm not gonna complain about La Parca. I'm not. Again, like I said before about Mr. Iguana, not the Saudi crowd, they're not familiar with AAA. But if you watch AAA and you know who La Parca is, I'm okay with that. I prefer him than some YouTuber to go in. No, not Logan Paul. YouTuber to come in and just So I'm okay with La Parca in the match.
I am completely okay with La Parca. They could have had a different star from AAA, but overall, like 2 slots going to guys from AAA, I have no problem with that.
Exactly. Me
It's
neither.
okay.
Yeah.
After we run the 30 entrance, we're gonna talk about the people who didn't make it the cut to the Rumble. Then we're gonna talk about why.
Exactly.
They didn't
And
make
La
the cut.
Parca is related to that, by the
Yeah.
way.
All right, number 19, Dragon Lee, pretty decent showing. Number 20, Logan Paul immediately ruins Royce Keys by saying, "Who the hell are you?" Great. And then the Vision attacks Royce Keys and eliminate him from the match. Also, they eliminate La Parca and Dragon Lee. Number 21, L.A. Knight
Yeah.
enters the match. The crowd is ecstatic to see him back. He takes out the Vision and he eliminates both Austin Theory and Bronson Reed. Cool.
Redemption from
Redemption
so-called
from
injury?
their attack from a couple of months ago, even.
Yeah.
Number 22, Brock Lesnar. And he arrives with Paul Heyman in tow. And he enters the ring, decimates everyone. And then we get the first stare down that everybody wanted to see. Femi and Brock Lesnar. And and that tells me, listen, I want this match.
At
I don't care
WrestleMania.
how. I don't care how. Just give me the match. I don't care where it's gonna
But I
happen.
want to say something before that.
Sure.
He had a small spot with Ilya, and it's like we know that Ilya, when he works out, is like a freaking monster in a good way. I'm saying that.
Yeah.
And you see him like doing the back and forth with Brock Lesnar, and he was like, and Brock Lesnar was like, but what?
Here's the thing about Brock, from numerous reports and stuff like that. If Brock doesn't like you, he will not sell you. Okay? And apparently, Ilya did not impress Brock Lesnar. I'm just guessing. I have no idea what's going on. This is the one from what I saw in the match. Okay? So Brock wasn't impressed by Ilya. So he basically waved him off and just threw him over the top rope. Too bad for
It was
Ilya.
weird. It was weird.
So that kind of ruined Ilya for me for that specific moment.
Yeah.
So he throws Ilya, and then we get another stare down. This is it. We're gonna get it. The Miz comes in, number 23. Miz slides in, watches Oba and Brock, and goes, well, no, I'm not going in there. Goes to the outside. Everybody's attacking Oba and Brock. They ruin everybody. German suplex, Saudi suplex. And they go stare down again. Number 24. Rey Fenix enters the ring, jumps from the top. Lesnar catches him, F5, throws him out of the ring. I know people are mad about this, but like I said before, if you're gonna have a spot in the match, it's either gonna be this one or it's gonna be no spots in the match. So Rey Fenix took the spot.
Same Miz, by the way.
And and again, people are talking about, hey, but in AEW they showed him respect in that. Yeah, he did like 1,000 moves in a match, but sometimes you have to take a leap of faith, and I think things are not done for Rey Fenix. I think there will be a time during 2026, either in AAA or either in WWE, that he's going to team again with Penta, and they're going to become tag champs. That's my opinion. So yeah.
I was going to say that. Yeah.
Exactly. Now, after he throws Rey Fenix, we see Brock Lesnar does a German suplex to Oba. Oba comes back with a clothesline on Brock. We're getting there. And then Logan Paul climbs the turnbuckle. Oba catches him. Logan's almost eliminated, and Brock Lesnar eliminates Oba Femi. Should have been the other way around.
Yeah. But on the other hand, people really wanted Kid Wilson to eliminate Brock Lesnar. Same that happened with Maven and The Undertaker, but still.
Yeah.
I'm okay with that he eliminated Oba, but I think that it really pumps up a future match one-on-one against the two of them. I think it's a must.
I'm hoping.
If you ask me.
Because here's the thing. You're okay with that, but here's my problem because what happened afterwards. Because that's the thing that ruins it to me. What happened afterwards. Because afterwards, number 25, main event Jey Uso. And he enters the stadium, walks down the stairs, walking into the ring. And Brock Lesnar, during Jey Uso's entrance, gets eliminated by LA Knight and Cody Rhodes. During the entrance, while the music is playing. This is probably one of the worst eliminations ever. And here's the thing. What is the gain with this? No one gained anything with this. If Oba would have dumped Brock Lesnar out of the ring, okay, that could lead to something like down the road. But here's the thing. There was nothing to gain. And the precise timing of the elimination is probably one of the worst things they did booking-wise. I just dying to know, because we're watching Unreal, right? I'm dying to know, who is the creative mind that thought about this spot? Was it Road Dogg? I'm just dying. I'm dying to know. Was it Michael Hayes who thought it would be a good idea to get Brock Lesnar eliminated, but not someone that actually might earn something from this, like down the road, haven't been eliminated by both LA and Cody during Jey Uso's entrance.
Yeah. But I wasn't optimistic for a second that the fact that Brock Lesnar was eliminated mid-entrance, that, Jey Uso is up there giving high fives to everyone, and then
I thought Brock was going to annihilate it.
I genuinely thought he will. But I thought Brock Lesnar will hit Jey Uso. Like, he was pissed off when he was eliminated, so he will attack him. Something.
I thought the same.
Nothing.
I thought Brock was going to annihilate him, and then
Yeah,
we would have
nothing.
Jay versus Brock at WrestleMania or something. But still,
You blinked and Brock won.
so Brock is eliminated. Jay enters the ring. The music stops, and he does his shtick again. And then we do, yeah, the whole thing, and the music starts again. Now, here's the thing. A lot of people hate that shtick, but the problem is, and I blame the audience in attendance. You're the cause of this because you egg him on. You cheer him on to do this, and he does it every time. So yeah, Jey Uso does the shtick. Number 26, Roman Reigns. And you can just see the guy enter the Rumble, and you see the whole plane, the whole field like changes. Like there's a feeling
Yeah.
with Roman Reigns of something that took him a long time to get to. This guy is in God mode. He enters the Rumble. He feels different than the other competitors in the ring. Nobody has the same aura as this guy does. He enters the ring, sees his cousin, and then Jay. And then they start the music and he hits him right in his face. The thing
Yeah.
that every one of us wanted to do. Every single one of us wanted to do this.
Thank you, Roman Reigns. Thank you.
The match continues. We see him do a spear to the Miz. Miz is out of there. We get a stare down between Cody Rhodes and Roman Reigns. Third time's the charm? Not yet, because number 27, all gas, no brakes. Jacob Fatu enters the Royal Rumble in number 27, the lucky number, not anymore, but you know. Jacob enters the ring, and there's an insane spot with Javon. He throws him like a guy who like works in the pizza place. He throws him like a spinning pizza into the air, catches him, waits a second, and then drops him with a Samoan drop. An insane spot, an insane elevation by Javon.
Yeah.
Man, that was just bonkers. And then you have Cody fighting with Jacob, and then you have a stare down between Jacob and Roman. And then Cody attacks Jacob. And then there's a stare down between Cody and Roman. And then Jay attacks Cody, and we get Roman and Jay doing the 1D on Cody. Now here's the thing. Jay and Roman do the 1D on Cody. Jay, Roman just hit you in the face. Why are you working together?
Yeah, that was weird. That was kind of a weird. Like, I'm slapping you in the face and then we'll do the. I don't know.
Again,
And
people...
we still didn't get the answer for why Roman said to them, "Why I don't want to see you until Christmas." On WrestlePalooza.
And here's the thing: there are 4 producers in this match. Nobody can think about a reason why this spot would happen. All right,
Yeah.
number 28, Penta. And when Penta enters the ring, we see Cody and LA going at it, and LA Knight's eliminated. And the crowd hates this.
Yeah.
Everybody hates
Obvious
this. Why-
reasons. For obvious
why-
reasons.
Why
Yeah.
doesn't LA Knight get a break? Why? Oh, man. Number 29, Randy Orton. Number 30 is Gunther. We have 9 competitors left in the ring. Now, we're gonna pause here because now we're gonna talk about the people that didn't make the cut and where are they? What's going on? Let's start with the obvious. Finn Balor. All right? Finn Balor. Now, there's actually a very logical reason, storytelling-wise, why
Yeah.
Finn Balor is not in the match because Adam Pearce told him so. Finn Balor wanted to declare, and Adam Pearce said, but all slots were taken. Now, I know there's someone that did the comparison with Damian Priest, but Aldis reserved his spot in advance. So kind of, like when you look at the storytelling-wise, it kind of makes sense. But for Finn Balor, he declared late. There were no spots available, so he's not in the Rumble. So I didn't expect him to be in the Rumble match. But if he were to attack someone and take a spot, I would say, okay, fine, that would kind of make sense. But because the storyline dictates that he's not in the match, I knew he was not going to be in the match. So, are you okay with that? With Balor not being in the match?
Only because of the creative direction for Finn Balor. Only because of the creative direction, especially after what we saw on Raw.
Exactly.
He attacked Punk. He came with a statement. He wants the title. We will see them run it up again. Now, we talked before about Money in the Bank. If they want to build Finn Balor to be his year 2026, I think if you do it properly, because, you know, after WrestleMania, it's like the beginning of a new season, let Finn Balor win the case. That's it.
Well, we'll have to wait and see.
Yeah.
Number 2, Dominic Mysterio. As far as I'm aware, Dominic is still injured, so he's not cleared to compete. That's why he's not in the Rumble, as far as I know.
Yeah.
Carmelo Hayes. For me, I don't see why secondary champions should be in the Rumble match. They're already champions. So I'm fine with Carmelo not being in the Rumble match, personally.
Yeah.
He doesn't
Same.
need it right now because he's the United States champion. So I'm just saying. And of course, the biggest conundrum of all, Chris Jericho. Everybody thought Chris Jericho is going to be in the Rumble. Everybody number 30, break the walls down and stuff. Jericho is still under contract for AEW as far as I know. So,
No, that's the thing. His contract ended a few months ago,
but he's still
but
listed on his website.
exactly. I checked before the before that match started. I got into the roster page of AEW. Chris Jericho is still there.
Yeah,
Maybe they renewed his contract and we don't know about this.
maybe.
But I knew from the get go we won't see Chris Jericho here.
Yeah.
I knew it from the get go.
And of course, Kit Wilson. Why? Because he was robbed. Kit Wilson was supposed to be in the Rumble match, but apparently there was too much toxic masculinity in the Rumble
Exactly.
match. So
Exactly.
it kind of makes sense. Kit Wilson's awesome. All right. So we got 9 people left. We got Randy Orton dropping RKO's on everyone. He did an amazing RKO on Javon, kind of compensating on their match in NXT a couple of months ago.
On Penta as well, by the way. Also
On Penta as well. And he first eliminates Javon. Penta does a spot with Gunther, makes him look stupid. Gunther throws him out. That was a stupid spot. Cody and Orton work together to take out Gunther, and Cody accidentally hits Orton with a cutter. Would it lead to something? No, because it always does. They're teasing us, and then nothing happens.
Yeah.
Then we have Cody fighting with Jacob. Jacob tries to throw Cody over the top rope. He tries to do skin the cat, but then McIntyre out of nowhere, while standing on the outside for like 10 seconds, I saw him like before the spot happened. He hits Cody with the Claymore, and Cody's eliminated from the Rumble match. McIntyre's happy. Cody is not gonna face him in Mania. Yeah, right. But it was a surprise to all of us. Then we have Jacob Fatu. Watch what happens on the outside. Stares down McIntyre, and Roman Reigns eliminates Jacob Fatu, thus showing us that Jacob Fatu did absolutely nothing in this match.
Yep. Yep.
You couldn't let him even eliminate one guy. Just one. I don't get it.
I think they will build up the triple threat at WrestleMania. Either Cody wins the chamber or Jacob Fatu wins the chamber. It's going there. It's going there.
No, we're going to talk about it after we finish the Rumble coverage.
Yeah, sorry.
Because there's a lot to talk about how we get to that scenario.
Yeah.
Afterwards, we are down to 5 people in the Rumble match. After Roman eliminates Jacob, we see Jay hitting Roman with a spear. It looks like Jay's going to eliminate Roman. Turns it around. Roman Reigns eliminates Jay Uso, and the crowd goes wild because nobody wanted to see Jay Uso win the Rumble match.
Again.
Too bad for Jay. We're down to the final 4. We got Roman Reigns, we got Gunther, we got Orton, we got Logan Paul. That somehow got there. Kind of back and forth between all 4 guys until Roman eliminates Logan Paul. RKO to Roman from Randy Orton. Gunther eliminates Orton. We're down to Gunther and Roman Reigns. The first time these two have encountered each other in a match, as far as I know, in WWE. And then Roman Spear throws Gunther, and Roman Reigns wins the 2026 Royal Rumble match. Your thoughts on the eventual winner? Was it the right call? Was it not the right call? Your thoughts?
We all knew from the betting odds that he was the top favorite to win. It was like, okay, when Braun Breaker was attacked at the beginning of the match, okay, I thought, all right, this is Roman's Rumble. When LA Knight came out, I thought maybe we'll get a surprise. But since once they eliminated LA Knight, it was Roman's, like all along. But if I wanted Roman to win, the answer is no. He's a part-timer. I don't know when will be the next time we'll see him. It's probably be at WrestleMania. And this was the opportunity to elevate the younger talents. Breaker, Knight, I don't know. Oh, but Femi even. You know what? He doesn't need it. I'm sorry. Roman Reigns doesn't need that. Yeah, because they want to build a storyline with Punk, but he doesn't need that. Sorry. That's my opinion.
There's a couple of ways to look at it because first of all, if do I disagree with Roman winning the Rumble? Yes and no. Because no, yes, because it's Roman Reigns. He sells tickets. He's still a main draw, and the things he said to Pat McAfee on that interview that I went away. I wanted somebody to step up. Nobody stepped up. Now, is it a problem by the people in the organization, or is it a problem by the creative team? And it's both. And it feels to me that we didn't need Roman Reigns to win the Royal Rumble, but overall, they just couldn't find another guy, even though we suggested a couple of names, like you said, LA Knight and stuff. But they felt there weren't big enough stars for someone to win the Royal Rumble. And I always said, in my opinion, I know I say stuff like I always said it in Hebrew, so I'm gonna say it in English right now. The Rumble concept is to elevate the next guy. That's how I see the Rumble. It's like it elevated Jey Uso. Of course, it didn't work out, but I put that blame on Jey overall because if you look at the picture, Jey didn't cut it. Again, nothing against the guy. I just look at what happens during the shows and matches. But if the right story comes along and someone has to win it again, then Roman is a good option. I don't think it should have won it. I think it should have gone to somebody like LA Knight, the people are someone like where the people are behind. You could go like a complete curveball with Obafemi, something completely different. But like the fans will never be happy because last year they took a chance on somebody that nobody thought would win, and look what happened. It didn't work out. This year, the crowd said, "Give us somebody who's new to win." They wanted to play it safe. They went with Roman. So I understand why Roman won. I could have gone a different direction. But yeah, so apparently we're getting Roman versus CM Punk night 2 WrestleMania. Punk gets the main event he wanted. So yeah, okay, fine.
That's it.
Yeah.
That's the whole point. And
No.
yeah, of course he sells a lot of tickets and he's the biggest star, but again, he's a part-timer.
Yeah.
You need to emphasize that. He's a part-timer.
Like Cena was a part-timer, and look what they did with him. Like Brock Lesnar was a part-timer. Look what they did with him. Sorry, special attraction. There's a difference between part-timer and stuff like that.
But yeah,
No.
but you get my point.
Yeah, of course I get your point, and I completely agree with it. I don't think Roman Reigns was the obvious choice to win. I think he was the safest choice to win because they already know
Exactly.
Roman Reigns. So, fine. Could have gone either way. Hopefully, Rumble 2027 will be a whole lot different. Just remember who wins goes back to Saudi in WrestleMania. So, yeah, who knows?
Yeah.
Now, as to the whole McIntyre, Cody Rhodes, Jacob Fatu thing, right? Because here it gets a little bit tricky because you look at the Elimination Chamber. If Rowan picks CM Punk, that means someone who wins the Chamber goes against Drew McIntyre.
Yeah.
It could be Cody, but the thing is, the crowd started to turn on Cody lately. So adding Jacob to the equation as a triple threat match helps Cody along because they don't want to see Cody versus McIntyre again. So if Jacob wins and then Cody gets added to the match, I think it would backfire. If Cody wins the Elimination Chamber match, it could work, but then people would hate him. Oh no, they're going to do Cody again. And then when you add Jacob, it can actually counteract that. So if I were to go into that direction, I would have Cody win the Chamber with Jacob somehow being added into the match. I have no idea how.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think it must happen. I think the triple threat needs to be at WrestleMania.
Yeah, most people want that, but who knows if we're going to get it.
Let's see.
So, overall, there's a lot of opinions about the Royal Rumble. We usually do a score system here in Clothesline between 1 and 10, and there's even a 0 if it's a catastrophe. What's your score between 1 and 10 to the 2026 Royal Rumble?
Okay. It's a difficult one, but I will give it a 7.
All right. And why a 7? What is your reasoning behind that score?
Okay. The men's Royal Rumble was too predictable. Sammy and Drew, predictable. It was predictable.
Right.
I'm sorry, it was predictable. Okay, the only thing that wasn't predictable, it was surprising, it was the El Gran Americano meeting. That's it. Okay, Sammy and Drew, also predictable. The women's Royal Rumble was okay. Actually, it was the best match of the night, if you ask me.
Agreed.
And the only surprise there was Brie Bella. That was the only surprise we got. And Styles and Gunther, again, we spoke about it, so I won't talk about it in way longer than I have to. So yeah, a solid 7 for me.
I'll actually give this Rumble an 8. I enjoyed it a lot. Even with the dumb eliminations in the men's Rumble, the lack of surprises, because this is Triple H. He doesn't do surprises. He talks about having a lot of surprises, but he doesn't. Okay? He's overselling us on surprises we know he's not gonna deliver. Okay? So what we know we're gonna get from him are decent matches, a safe bet, and sometimes a very surprising outcome. He could have gone with a couple more surprises. I understand his reasoning behind the people who entered the Rumble and why they were eliminated, such and such. There was like I said, there were a couple of eliminations that just left me mind boggled as why the hell was this guy eliminated? Why the hell this guy was eliminated? I think one of the points that Triple H forgot, in my opinion, that sometimes eliminations during the Rumble tell stories or help tell stories along the way. For a couple of fast examples, Roddy Piper and Bad News Brown eliminating each other by 1990 led to a match at WrestleMania. Kurt Angle eliminating Shawn Michaels led to a match at WrestleMania. These things happen, and these things matter, and that is what people expect. If someone eliminates someone in the Rumble, that could lead to a match at WrestleMania. We don't see that anymore. I don't think we saw that for the past couple of years now. I want that back. That's why I wanted Oba family to eliminate Brock Lesnar. If it leads to Brock versus Oba at WrestleMania, cool. I don't think it does. But if it does, then you have some kind of reasoning why that match is happening. So, but still, overall, I enjoyed it. Would have preferred somebody else to win, but I'm okay with Roman. 8 out of 10.
And also, one thing we need to add, the fireworks show on the end.
Wow.
Why?
Looks like
Wow.
Saudi. Looks like we had a Saudi bat mitzvah with all that stuff. I mean, how much fireworks did they have? Jesus.
It was 8 minutes long. Like, Roman was pointing at the WrestleMania sign, and then afterwards you have the entire fireworks show. 8 minutes.
Why 8 minutes?
Why? Why?
Someone's showing off.
Jesus.
And I thought something would happen in the end, but nothing happened. So
No Finn Balor. No Jericho or nothing. You know, I expected a little small spot for Finn Balor. At least the tiniest spot. Nothing. I was disappointed by that, specifically.
well, it was what it was. So that is our Royal Rumble review. Let us know in the comments what you thought about the Royal Rumble. And hopefully we're continuing this tradition with probably a weekly review. Like once a week, we're going to talk about all the things that happen in the world of professional wrestling. Also, a big shout out to Karrion Kross, Killer Kross, of course, for winning the MLW Championship at Battle Riot 8. Congratulations, man! Well deserved and long overdue. And we're probably going to see you in about a week when we talk about what happened this week in the world of professional wrestling. Hope you enjoyed it. We'll see you next time. Bye-bye.
Bye.